Hello! Today we're going to answer another great question from a lovely reader of mine named Sam. And Sam writes, I know that my resume and cover letter are good. I keep getting job interviews but never seem to be able to get a job offer. I always call afterwards and ask for feedback, and they always tell me the same thing. It's always something like, you were great, you interviewed very well, and we loved you, but we went with someone who had more experience. What is really wrong with me? How can I find out what I'm doing wrong if no one will be honest with me? Sam. Great question, Sam. This is something that we all have wondered at one time or another in our lives. So don't worry, girl, you're not alone on this one. In this video, we're going to go through 3 things you can do right away to figure out what you're doing and how you can finally get the job offers you deserve. So stay tuned. First of all, before we dive in, I want to say it's great that you're getting interviews at all. Lots of people have the problem where they can't get interviews, so you're already ahead of the game there. So good for you. Let's dive into those things you can do right away. Number 1, ask for it in a few different ways. So I know you mentioned that you were asking for feedback, and that's great. There's a few different ways in which you can ask for feedback and get some different results. For example, you could ask, if I could have done one thing differently to change the outcome of your decision, what would that have been? Second example, what specific experience or characteristic did the successful candidate have that I could work on in the future? Example 3, is there a single thing that I could work on to have a better chance when I apply next time? For example, a certification, experience of a specific type in a specific area or industry, depending on what it is and what you've already heard from them and what applies at the time. By asking for feedback in more specific and targeted ways, it makes it easier for them to answer, and it pushes them a little bit to give you something more concrete instead of their usual non-answer, which, believe me, really drives me nuts too. Number 2, put yourself under the microscope. So don't be afraid to do this. Film a video of yourself when interviewing and watch it back. Now I know this is super weird. Trust me, when I first started making these videos, I was totally weirded out by seeing myself on camera, and I still am. I often pretend that it's someone else I'm watching. But this can really help you tremendously. I had people do this, and they have seen light that they never would have seen before. So for example, maybe you're smiling too much. This happened to one of my clients. She realized when she videoed herself that she was smiling too much and that she looked really phony. And so she decided that that was something that she could work on. So when you start smiling a bit less and you start to be a little bit more natural, then that can definitely change the results. Perhaps you're rambling. Maybe you're using the word like too much. Who knows what it could be? This could help you figure it out. Number 3, recruit people who will tell it to you straight. So you probably have lots of people in your life that you can count on to be honest with you. Ask a trusted friend, mentor, colleague to do a mock interview with you, and then let them know the dilemma you're facing. You can record this interview or just ask them for their honest opinion. Tell them what they might be looking for and ask them to give you the honest truth. Number 4, maybe it's not you. Had you ever considered the fact that depending on how many interviews you've been on, really could be that you're not the issue? I really believe that those who get you deserve you, and those who don't can leave you alone anyway. I know it's frustrating, but if you're not getting hired, it's worth considering the possibility that none of those jobs are right for you, and that the right job just hasn't come along yet. Perhaps you're applying to the wrong type of companies that aren't a good fit for your personality. If I was interviewing for government jobs, for example, I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't be a good fit, and I probably wouldn't get any job offers. So don't beat yourself up. Find out if there's something to improve by using the tips I mentioned in this video, and if you discover nothing from doing all those things, then it's possible that it's just not you. I want to stress, don't give up. Everybody is playing the same game, and you can play again tomorrow. Look at it another way. Number 5, It's not a failure, it's just a test. I love this example. So if a child was trying to walk and he kept falling down and he falls down, say 50 times, does he throw in the towel and say, well, this is too hard, I guess walking is just not for me? Or does he keep trying? Maybe he uses something to grab onto the next time, or he figures out that his leg was in the wrong position. He shifts the balance of his feet. There are 1,000 different tweaks he can make, and he inevitably gets better and better and better every time. So my point here is, don't give up. If it was easy, everyone would do it. And there we have it. 5 things you can do if you're getting interviews but no job offers. Feel free to click the thumbs up if you like this video, or click the thumbs down if you didn't like it. And I would love to hear from you. Have you ever had an epiphany of something that you were doing that may have been preventing you from getting a job or moving forward in your career or your life? I would love to hear about it in the comments below. Your insights here could really help someone else, so don't be shy. If you'd like to dive deeper with me on this topic or others, head on over to nataliefisher.ca and get signed up for the exclusive list. We get to keep in touch each week through weekly videos like this, and you'll receive my free toolkit, plus other info that I only share in email. Do you know one person who could benefit from the information shared today? If so, pay it forward and share it with them now. And remember, the current way in which most of us look for our ideal job isn't perfect. It's kind of messed up, but I know you can outsmart it, and I know you have what it takes, and I've got you covered. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week, and I can't wait.